I always knew from the time I was very young that I wanted to be a teacher. I would play teacher at home. I just loved going to school, and I knew I wanted to do that when I grew up. The way that my high school physics teacher taught made me feel successful, and he saw something in me that made me have a deeper belief. He was the deciding factor for me to enter education because I felt successful in his class. I loved teaching when I first started, and probably 10, 15 years into teaching, I began to feel like there was something missing. I just felt stagnant, and I couldn't find the professional development that I was looking for. And when I was introduced to AVID, it spoke. It was everything I had been searching for. It was the connections, it was the excitement, it was the strategies that I could implement with the children, and it was truly speaking to the belief that I had within myself that I can pour into students to let them believe in themselves to be able to go out and accomplish the things that they want to do.
There is something mesmerizing about sitting by a campfire on a cool, crisp night. Maybe it's because I'm a science teacher, but I could watch the fierce, untamed flames and listen to the crackling of the firewood. I could sit for hours until the once wild and bold flames reduce to a feeble sway, the crackling fades to a whisper, the air gets cooler, and everything gets darker around me as I watch the fire succumb to the inevitable. When I started teaching 20 years ago, the energy I felt was comparable to a fierce, bold campfire. I was filled with passion and excitement, and I was ready to change lives. Over time, just as the flames of a campfire, I felt my enthusiasm waning and surrendering to the inevitable. The fire that once illuminated my heart began to fade. I wondered if it was due to the mundane feelings of the same schedule day in and day out, or the undeniable apathy from students or other adults. Darkness flooded in and coated my heart with a soot of depression, until only faint embers remained. The embers weren't bright enough to keep me in the classroom. I felt sad and lost. I questioned my childhood dreams of becoming a teacher. I didn't know which direction to go, so I prepared to turn my back on education. There must have been a small flint of joy in the embers in my heart because I decided to take advantage of one final opportunity. It felt like a shot in the dark. I was going to attend AVID Summer Institute. I clearly remember thinking this would be the deciding factor as to whether I pursued other opportunities the following year. AVID Summer Institute. It was unlike any other conference I had been to. Energy radiated from every person I encountered. The enthusiasm I felt from everything AVID offered was akin to being reintroduced to an old friend. My passion for teaching was a friend I had not seen or heard from in years and missed dearly. AVID Summer Institute. The strategies, the people, the general session, the feelings of being surrounded by an AVID family rekindled sparks of hope and breathed life back into my teaching career. Because of AVID, I felt the fierce, bold fire begin to grow. The school year began with a renewed sense of myself as an educator. My heart was filled with a love for teaching again. I teach 9th grade AVID elective, and I don't think there was a day that summer that I didn't think about the AVID students coming to me. And when they showed up, my first words to them were, "I've been waiting for you." I knew some students would come to me with confidence, while others would feel broken. I knew some would welcome a new AVID teacher, while others would profess their previous AVID teacher would always be their favorite. No matter the wide range of feelings or opinions, I knew there was one foundational strategy I could build on: relational capacity. From the first day, I played games that allowed students to learn each other's names. I implemented strategies that required a partner's help and created tasks that were impossible to complete without help from the whole group. We established a brave space that fostered respect, encouraged conversations, and built relationships. The students needed to learn to depend on one another, not only for my class or tutorials, but for when they left me. Little did I realize I was stoking their fires and building their belief in themselves. Nothing would have prepared me for the most significant catalyst to reignite the embers in my heart: the AVID students. Some students had a burning desire to excel. Some days their light was brighter than mine, and I depended on them to motivate me to be better. A few students had flames that were small and nearly extinguished. Somewhere along their journey, their light had been smothered, and they were ready to walk away from their dreams. I had been there. The darkness had once engulfed me. AVID taught me to pour into them, share my light, and rekindle their flame. Relational capacity is AVID's purest foundation. It's the glue that holds the framework together. It holds power that transcends beyond any classroom and will ignite a fire in all who are willing to embrace it. You see, you have that fire within you. Everyone in this room has a spark within us that stoked a fire that led us to this very moment, this very place. This fire within us holds a power that drives us to do more and be more and convinces us that we can do the impossible. The fire ignited within our students that we cultivate will yield results we never expected. We will see them achieve and succeed and surpass all expectations. We will also see them stumble from time to time, but the foundational components of love, trust, and belief will help them rise, and we will be at their side. I believe that AVID provides a way and belief unlike any other. We can light the world. We can fuel a fire that will make our world a better place, full of young people who will bring about a mighty change. This mighty change begins with us. Let us go and conquer the inevitable. Thank you.